Welcome to Daily Game, and let's start by talking about Microsoft President Brad Smith, who yesterday confirmed via a Wall Street opinion piece that Microsoft has indeed offered Sony a 10-year Call of Duty deal. He said, quote, Sony has emerged as the loudest objector to the acquisition. It's as excited about this deal as Blockbuster was about the rise of Netflix. Now, it's obviously a bit tough to digest an opinion piece titled Microsoft's Activision Blizzard acquisition is good for gamers when it's written by Microsoft's president, but I do agree with that Sony Blockbuster statement. Sony is the biggest opposer because this will affect their future access to gaming's market share. And I think they've gotten quite comfortable in their position at the top, and they, of course, don't want anything to jeopardize that. And overall, this move I think will be better for the future of Activision Blizzard because the company is in need of better leadership. But let's not go around making these claims that this purchase is tied to being good for gamers. You don't spend close to $69 billion out of the goodness of your heart. It's all being done, obviously, to bolster your market power. And look, I respect it. I do think that this will lead to healthier competition and innovation from PlayStation, so I'm all for it. But don't try to spin it as this move that will vastly benefit our industry because let's be honest, a lot of those games will now be on less consoles moving forward if they decide to, if the deal actually goes through. That's not a positive. Keeping up with Xbox, 300 QA staff at ZeniMax Studios announced that they will unionize with the Communication Workers of America. Unlike previous union votes within Activision Blizzard, ZeniMax managers have been given clear guidance by Microsoft to remain neutral during the process, and that following majority support, the union will be recognized by Microsoft. And this is part of the reason why this purchase would put Activision Blizzard employees in a much better position. It's definitely a positive outcome. Microsoft did say earlier this year they wouldn't get in the way of unions, and it's great to see them stick to that commitment. One more Xbox story. Microsoft has announced that first-party titles are increasing to $69.99. During the announcement, they also confirmed that games made by Xbox will continue to release day one on Game Pass. Now, this shouldn't really be a surprise to anyone, seeing as the rest of the industry has almost unanimously agreed on $70 games. If anything, this will probably lead to a boost in Game Pass subs as this price increase has also increased the value of the service. EA has confirmed that Star Wars Jedi Survivor, the sequel to 2019's Fallen Order, will be shown at the Game Awards, but it looks like Steam accidentally revealed its March 15th, 2023 release date by publishing its game page a bit too early. I'm sure we'll get official confirmation for this during the show. CD Projekt Red President and CEO Adam Kaczynski revealed that a Game of the Year edition for Cyberpunk 2077 that includes the Phantom Liberty expansion would hit shelves in 2023. Like, I'm all for this marketing move to help sell Cyberpunk, but these Game of the Year editions need to end. Unless you were the undisputed king of that year in games, please stop calling yourself Game of the Year. And finally, Panda Global, the esports brand that found itself in the middle of last week's Smash World Tour shutdown, announced an immediate company restructure as Dr. Alan Bunny stepped down from his role as CEO after being called out by Smash World Tour and other Smash tournament organizers for his inappropriate conduct. He was accused of threatening tournament organizers with event shutdowns if they didn't join Panda Global's circuit, among other requests. And this not only was corroborated, but Panda Global put out a statement and they confirmed that he was doing this. Dr. Allen claims via a tweet that Smash World Tour lied and the Beyond the Summit leadership put the community in jeopardy and that he has evidence to prove it. And buddy, I hope those receipts are in 4K because you're going to have a really hard time convincing anyone in the Smash community that you're to be trusted. So good luck with that. Now, the step down seems to be tied to Panda Global's mass exodus as organizers, casters, and players have begun resigning en masse over the past week. So much so that they have postponed their championship to an unknown date. And it looks like enough people have left that the championship is now in jeopardy. It's overall pretty insane how in the span of a week, it seems an entire esports organization has imploded, not only just due to the actions of their CEO, but also just going back to the fact that Nintendo did not allow Smash World Tour to go through. If they allowed them to, at the very least, put on the championship this year, the possibility, there's a chance that they wouldn't have brought up what happened at Panda Global, and none of this would have happened. It's really interesting looking back to see how the dominoes have fallen. That's it for today. Like it if you liked it. Subscribe if you loved it. And check out the Camp Coachy podcast every Monday. Peace.
Oh my God, that is it. Jesus Christ, I am ending the game. Finishing touch, finishing tournament. That man Spargo is your main stage 2022 champion.